Here's a pile of flint that we just pulled out, and I need to go through every piece, test every piece and all that. And I picked one here that looks to me like it'll be a green flint, and I'll flake a little of this off of here so you can get a better idea of what it will be like. And you can see the colors. It's from blues, yellows and greens, and when you heat it, it'll turn bright green. And when I heat this, we'll do some on heat treating, and we'll show these flints after they came out of the kiln. And in order to heat them, you have to preform them down more than this, because you get heat cracks in there. Something with the irons and minerals in these flints do not take a lot of high heat, so just have to. And you can see the variations even in the raw stage. All them minerals in there will just gloss it up and make it nap a lot better yet. Okay, I've got a crack in this one. Sometimes the hammer, hydraulic hammer or something, puts a crack in it, so I'm going to try to get that out of there before I continue with this preform. And it's a pretty deep one. If you leave it in there, it's just like glass. You can keep chasing that thing all the way to the other end, and you won't get nothing out of it. But it takes a lot of flakes coming off of there, and you can just about see the greens in there. It's more like a gray, but that's what turns green. And this pit work isn't like if you're finishing a piece, so it's rough flaking. And I'll get it down to about where I leave it, then heat it. You can see it's just well, these flakes aren't moving very well, but anyhow, that's about the size I have when I heat it. That's about the thickness you want to, and heat it and then finish it from there on. Okay, we'll talk about the colors in here, and you know, the blues will probably pretty much stay blue, but you get in here, the yellow, this will turn yellows and greens in it, and all this section will be green right in through there. You can see it should all turn green. Now sometimes it doesn't do what I think it will do, but probably that's what it will do. In here there should be a green line coming up right along that tan, and usually it'll be green. But this is the type of flint that is the rarest and most sought flint on Flint Ridge. It's the colors that turn green. Okay, this is a piece of flint that when I dug it, I realized that it's one of the rarest pieces I've ever dug. I want to pull this out and take some of these flakes off of it so you can see what it's like. Now this one, you can see, has the reds, and you can see the greens right there. So but this is pretty much solid, and this is going to be a good saw block. That's what it amounts to. And you can see it's got lines or some, but it shouldn't be too bad. So I'll tap on it a little bit. See if it doesn't come apart. I'll just slab it, but it sounds like it wants to come apart. This takes a while to break them apart, but you want to save as much length that you can. Well, it's starting to give somewhere. I can hear it. There's a crack going right down through there. Okay, so that, a lot of it is just waste, but a lot of good in that too. You can see the yellows and greens. You can see that flakes real well. We'll put that down. I want to work a little more on this rock here. You can see that side has a little more problems, so half it apart also. This piece here, this end, you can see the light. I'll try to flake a little off so you can see a little better, but the grayer look and the green, that is all green in there, and the little yellows will be showing in with the green. And that is the highest grade that I have dug on this area here that we, and this is some of the green again. You can see purples, greens. It's just got colors that and it's got plenty of little problems, but there's also a lot of good rock in this one. And you can see there some of the colors. It's just the blues, reds, yellows, green, and white. You can't get it any better than that. It just, this piece probably needs to be slabbed because of the colors in it. Okay, here's this part here I'm going to save to slab, but this, you can hear that, that'll come off. What I do in the pit is I try to trim them as much as you can, because there's a lot of things that you don't want to haul home and then haul right back down to the pit. And that even sounds a little hollow. Seems to be more cracks somewhere. Maybe I won't have to slab this, but I think it will have right in there will be, you can see the reds and the, okay, so there it is, and you can see when you have that sheen, you can just depend on it. It's going to be good flint, and I don't know the layered in between. There's a crystal that's a little dirty, but you can still see what it is. This piece here will have some big slabs in it, and it'll make some good points. Should. All right, now I want to talk about a different rock. We'll go over here and talk about this one. Okay, this is a rock, a cap on top of the ledge, and I pulled this off because I didn't want to break it, because this is my favorite flint of all the flints that I nap, and they tried to break as much of this off on the other side, which we can't see. It's where they broke it off as much as they could, but still anything under this stuff here, a little bit of a cortex, is the high grade flint. So I got to get my hammer to show you what it looks like. And this is the rock that I like to nap. It's got a little crystal or something hanging on there. Well, I don't like to nap that in too much, but well, right in here, I can show you on this one what it looks like once, well, this one comes apart. But it's that deep, darker colors is what is the rock that I like to nap, because it'll have the turquoise blue in it, and all the colors that are the best on Flint Ridge flint. That section here evidently isn't as good as I thought it was, but this rock will have plenty of good rock for napping. And it'll take a long time to take it apart. I'll probably end up using chisels to get it apart.